What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be doing a demo of Baby Audio's new plugin, Comeback Kid. It's a fantastic sounding delay plugin that's quickly becoming one of my favorite delays to use when I'm mixing. So without further ado, let's head over to the computer and check it out. Alright, here we are in Pro Tools with the chorus of a song that I did for my friend Max Gowan called Painter. And we're going to go through this track and mess around with Comeback Kid and get some cool delay sounds and see how we can kind of amplify the track. So first, let's talk about Comeback Kid. Just like the other Baby Audio products, this thing looks really slick and it's really easy and fun to use. There's a lot that's going on under the hood with this plugin, but it's relatively simple to pick up. Right in the middle, you have your main delay controls, straight, dotted, triplet, free. The option to go mono or ping pong, which is great because for certain instances, like a big guitar part or a vocal, I might like ping pong delay, but sometimes for just like a kind of lo-fi vocal sound or maybe just an acoustic guitar, I want mono. You can mess with the stereo image over here. You can make it richer, a little wider if you want, and then even pan it. Then you have these attack and sustain knobs that kind of modify the transient, like when the delay happens, how aggressively it comes in or how kind of softly it fades in. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. And also your basic low pass and high pass filters. Over here in the flavor section, you can give the delay a little bit of pizzazz, whether that be with some tape saturation, custom 11-bit signal path that kind of sounds vintage and digital, and a little bit of algorithmic reverb. Finally, on your output section, you have your dry mix and your wet mix, and my personal favorite thing that this delay has that I think is super innovative, the ducker knob. It's almost like sidechain compression. When the main signal is occurring, the delay is kind of in the background, and when the main signal stops, the delay comes back up. It's a really innovative thing that I haven't seen on other delays. So what I'm gonna do is solo out our lead vocal track and start sending some signal to Comeback Kid.
Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
So to get an idea of how it sounds, I'm going to turn on the ping pong mode, cut out some of the low frequencies and high frequencies. Alright, let's give it a listen.
Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
As you can see, this delay has a really full and rich sound. If we want to really amplify that ping pong effect, we can turn up richer and wider. The wider effect gives it almost a kind of modulation effect that I think can sound really good.
Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
Sounds really big and full, and that's because the wider knob induces time variations while the richer knob induces pitch variations, giving it a kind of modulated sound. Alright, let's see about adding a little bit of swirl, sauce, and tape saturation.
I'm not running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
And that sounded pretty cool. Let's try getting that into the mix as a whole.
I'm not running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
Let's try creating a kind of lo-fi, gritty sounding mono delay with one of these backing vocals. For this, I'm going to turn up the reverb, turn down the wider and richer knobs, give it a lot of saturation, and engage the cheap switch.
Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun. Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
I'm liking how it sounds, but I think it's a little too present when he's singing. So this is where the ducker knob can come in. We can turn this up and have the vocal kind of cut out while Max is singing and then come back during the spaces.
Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
Let's check out the lead guitar part with some of that delay. Nice. I'm really digging how that sounds. Let's try it with ping pong. Maybe bring in a little more high end. Let's take a look at this attack knob. Sometimes with delays, the initial repeats can sound a little bit harsh, and you might want to tame them out, or maybe you want harsh repeats, and that's where this attack function can come in handy. Let's listen to the attack all the way turned up. Now let's listen to it turned down. Hear how the attacks are a little more relaxed and kind of fade in a little bit rather than hitting immediately and super hard and sounding kind of sharp. So for this application, I think I want to have our attacks kind of low. Personally, I kind of like the sound of the delay being a little in the background, and I don't particularly like super strident delay repeats. But the fact that you can choose between strident and, percussive repeats and more kind of mellowed out repeats that are kind of in the background, it's really cool. Now that we have some of our delays set up, I'm going to copy this delay to some of the other backing vocals, and let's listen to the song as a whole and dial in our delay sound.
Much too long.
Now let's go delay.
I'm not running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun. Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun. Running right out at the gun. I'm not running right out at the gun.
I really like the kind of modulated, saturated, and spacey sound of this delay. One thing Baby Audio is very good at is creating these kind of multi-effects plugins that combine modulation and saturation to create these really, textured and kind of dreamy sounding effects. I mean, the way it sounds on this slide guitar part, loving it. Sounds really, really cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to check out this plugin, I have a link in my description that'll take you to Baby Audio's website where you can pick up the trial. Definitely recommend giving this thing a try. It has a lot of really cool functionality that allows you to create a bunch of different delay effects for many genres of music. And it's something I've definitely been using a lot in the mixes I'm working on. Stay tuned for more audio related content, and until next time, peace.